Nuka World on Tour is introducing over 100 new free rewards spread out through all the new public events. Let me show you everything you can get from the general rewards pool. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. As you surely know by now, the Nuka World on Tour is introducing 4 new public events with over 100 of new free rewards to farm for. Besides the unique rewards pool for each event, Bethesda is also adding a new generic pool which is shared by all the new events. In other words, every time you complete any of them, the Ultrasite Abomination, the Spin the Wheel, Tunnel of Love, and Most Wanted, there is a chance to roll rewards from this specific pool alone. I already data mined the full rewards list as shown here. There are 33 of them in some huge batches actually, and here's the checklist designed by NWOT using my own list. Feel free to take a screenshot or download in the link below the video to keep track of your farming, of course. Well then, the intro is done, so let me show you what can you earn from this new generic rewards pool. As you can imagine, all the rewards you are about to see are related to the Nuka World one way or the other. I'm starting with the cosmetics, with the Cappy Smasher Super Sledge paint to be more precise. It's actually a pretty funny skin with Clappy's cartoon face smiling endlessly at your enemies, as if the weapon itself is well aware of its destructive power. Well, it's a Super Sledge, one of the best melee weapons in game. Still, it's a bit like bullying your enemy, I suppose? Anyhow, this skin is very detailed with lots of stars and the Nuka World logo on the weapon itself. What I found strange here is that once I equipped the paint, my primary legendary effect, Bloodied, disappeared from the weapon's name altogether, and it became just Cappy Smasher for some reason. I believe that's a bug, so watch out, you might lose track of your weapons or your Super Sledge if you are not aware of this little fact. Backpack Flair has definitely not been forgotten with the last DLC of 2022. With the generic pool, players can unlock 2 new trinkets, one figurine representing Bottle and another one representing Cappy. Who would tell? The inseparable duo mascot of Nuka World. There's not much I can say here other than Cappy is smiling as always and Bottle looks a bit grumpy, as per usual. The Flair is pretty cute otherwise, and it matches very well other Nuka World cosmetics coming, as to be expected. It's all about that red, huh? Next, let's go over all the new Nuka World floor decor, starting with the toys, or statues as Bethesda calls them in the game files. Even though they are more like figurines, they're really small. The Cappy Clapper is one of the most interesting ones, since it's an interactive item. Besides looking adorable on its own, players can also wind it up by clicking on the item to see some clapping action. No joke. As the name suggests, this Cappy boy can clap very enthusiastically if you allow it. But not for too long, the animation only lasts a few seconds per wind up. Still, it's a nice touch, I would say. Better than 100% static items, that's for sure. Another interesting toy on the way is the BattleBot, which is no more, no less than Mr. Bottle role-playing a joyful robot. Exactly. It's like a Nuka Cola bottle with feet and hands, which move in a very mechanical, forced way when you wind it up. It's another decent toy for your Nuka World setting, but just like the Cappy Clapper, the animation lasts only a few seconds too, as shown in this in-game clip. Alright, now let me show you all the new static statues. The next group of new items is totally dedicated to Bottle and Cappy, once again. Bethesda created 4 new small statues with both mascots interacting with one another in different poses. The first one displayed here is called Painting, where both characters hold a painting brush with utter enjoyment, like their lives depend on it. The second one is the Walking Globe, where Cappy is on top of Bottle, who is balancing himself on top of a circus ball while using a stick. Definitely on theme, it's a true circus play. There's also the Hoop Jump statue, where Bottle and Cappy are riding some sort of bike through a huge hula hoop circle. It's a bit weird, but they seem to be having a blast, so it's okay in the end. Lastly, there's the balloon statue, where Bottle is almost flying away while holding a huge bouquet of balloons with Cappy on top of it all. Well then, creativity surely was not amiss with the creation of all these figurines. At least I think so. Moving forward, there are 2 new Nuka World posters you can unlock with the generic rewards pool. There are 2 of them, 1 wall poster and 1 floor decor poster with like a stand. But it's the same exact design as you can see. The posters are dedicated to the Nukacade, a new activity featuring several in-game mini-games with lots of prizes, all live with the Nuka World on Tour DLC. The poster describes Nukacade as an explosion of fun, and I do agree, at least for the first few hours. It's very entertaining, it's fresh and fun, but things get old really quickly, sadly, without wanting to spoil too much. Now let's proceed to the big decorations, such as this bundle of Nuka Cola balloons, and boy oh boy, they are really huge. Ideal for yard or shelter decoration, I would go for. Anyhow, there are 4 different balloons following 4 Nuka Cola flavors: classic, cherry, quantum, and grape. Moreover, I found it quite difficult to place these items since you cannot place them on top of foundations. At least I was not able to during the public test, which means unless you find a super flat terrain, it's not so easy to place them out in the wild. They will either float or the system will simply deny the placement. Yep, shelter building is definitely the best option for such items. Regardless, the balloons look pretty decent and they will surely bring diversity to your Nuka World creations. Bethesda has also designed 8 Nuka Cola ad barriers to ensure players can freely divide their spaces in style, or even create proper paths while using these barriers. The best part here is that each barrier features a Nuka Cola flavor poster, so it couldn't get any more thematic than this. Now, Bethesda decided to leave the Nuka Cola twist out of the equation, which is the new flavor live with this DLC, as well as the Nuka Orange for some reason. But all the other live flavors have been featured here: classic, cherry, dark, grape, cranberry, and quantum. Lastly, I want to mention that the barriers come with a great deal of detail. As you can see, I zoomed in and it looks pretty nice. And the banners look the same front and back view, just to let you know. With the floor decor done for this rewards pool, now it's time to showcase the new MISC or pre-made structures. Bethesda is unlocking 6 new Nuka Cola bottle kiosks, which are basically small shops or stalls in the shape of a giant Nuka Cola bottle. They look very damaged and rusty though, courtesy of the wasteland. Anyhow, for this group of items, Bethesda selected different flavors, including the new Nuka Twist in pink, as well as the Nuka Orange, followed by the classic cherry, grape, and quantum, as you can see in the footage. They look pretty nice. Now I have a few notes to say here. First of all, the space inside the stall is extremely small, so you will have to use your imagination or put your tiny building skills at work, or else it will be a pretty empty space, I think. Lastly, I tried to add a door to the stall and none of the standard options worked, so I am assuming Bethesda is going to add a matching door later on through the Atomic Shop, since I was not able to spot any matching doors from all the free rewards, or it will have no door. Either way, if you love Nuka World, then you will surely have a blast building a small Nuka World market at your camp or shelter. There are 4 more items as part of the generic rewards pool, which are exactly these Nuka Cola Crate Stalls, with a bit more space inside than the previous Nuka bottle stalls. Thank goodness. As for the themes, these stalls feature the Nuka Cola classic flavor, as well as the cherry, grape, and quantum. They are basically designed as a square shipping container with a front and side windows, as well as a door frame. The back is mostly plain as shown. Now let me give you a small tour inside. The floor is made out of light wood and the walls are metallic with no paint, so it looks very different than the outside. I would say there's plenty of space to come up with your own unique shops with these prefabs. At least it's not as limiting as the previous ones, plus adding a door is super easy as all standard options fit in like a glove. Maravilha, wonderful as we say in Portuguese. Well then, let's go to the outro now. That's everything. All the 33 new items you can unlock for free by simply farming the new events live with the Nuka World on Tour DLC. Remember, as I explained in the intro, these rewards are part of a shared list common to all the 4 new public events coming: Spin the Wheel, Tunnel of Love, Most Wanted, and the Launcher Boss. Moreover, this is just one list of free rewards. Each event has their own unique lists too, so there's way more things coming, as you can imagine. Anyway, what do you think about it so far? Which item or items were your favorite from this batch? Let me know everything in the comments below. Overall, I think this selection is decent at most. Personally, it doesn't impress me or get me off my knackers, as they say. It's just a lot of decor and a little bit too much of bottle and Cappy dedicated items for my taste. But again, each one of us is entitled to have their own opinion. Alright then, let's wrap things up. I am Marta Branco, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and all of that. Expect more Nuka World on Tour content coming very soon. And that's it, I will see you all very soon in the next one. Until then, take care, adeus, bye bye!